imagine this. You're sitting at home. It's the holiday season. You're thinking to yourself, I just don't feel jolly enough. I don't have the holiday spirit in me. And I tell you something. I know exactly what you're missing. Look down at what you're drinking. It's not holiday enough. You gotta get that holiday season in your bones with a holiday drink. So here today on another day of Crier Vlogmas, I don't know what day it is, but it's a wondrous day. I will be showing you 3 recipes for the jolliest drinks for the Christmas season or holiday season. We don't judge here. Already, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pals, our first recipe is not mainly Christmas themed. The only thing Christmassy or holiday related thing to it is that it's red. Red is a holiday color. You know this. First drink is very simple. It is a Shirley Temple. All these drinks are non-alcoholic, by the way, because we are all children here. For the Shirley Temple, you're gonna need 1 ounce of Grenadine. And then you're gonna top it off with Sprite. Honestly, I'm just gonna eyeball it because I don't know how much an ounce is, how to measure an ounce. I like the one more extra. Alright. Little gust of air right there. Alright. I think I added too much Grenadine, but it is what it is. Now we're going to add some cherries. Alrighty then. So that is your Shirley Temple, or it's also called a kitty cocktail. Not as good as my grandpa makes them, but still pretty good. Our next recipe is a bit more complicated. It's an apple cider fake tini. Once again, no alcohol in any of these. For this recipe, you're going to need to make a cinnamon and ginger simple syrup. I'll show you how to do it.
Right, in a small saucepan over medium heat, you're going to have a cup of water, a cup of sugar, 2 sticks of cinnamon, 1 inch or 2 of peeled and thinly sliced ginger, and then you're going to strain it once all of the sugar has dissolved.
Alrighty then, now that we have our simple syrup cooking, while we're waiting, we can start to do decoration or garnish for the apple cider. So what you're going to want to do is grab a plate, put some, you don't really have to measure it, you can just eyeball this, I eyeball it. You're going to take some ground cinnamon and some sugar. Make sure they're as even as you can. If you want a measurement, you could do half a teaspoon of both sugar and cinnamon. So you're kind of just going to mix these 2 together. Make sure they're all mixed up. And make sure you keep an eye on your simple syrup. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take some apple cider and just wet the rim of the glass. You're going to take it and dip it in. And now we have a nicely rimmed drink. Alrighty then, now that we have our simple syrup, normally you would want to let this cool in the refrigerator, but I don't have patience. So, you don't need a shaker, you probably just stir it up. I'm just going to use the shaker to be fancy, I guess. You're going to want to fill the shaker with ice. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of simple syrup. Now that we have our 2 tablespoons in there, you're going to need a cup of apple cider. Ready then? You're just going to screw this on. Make sure it's shut. And shook enough. We're just gonna pour our drink. And there we have it. We have our apple cider fake tea. Let's give this a little taste test. Ooh. That's it. It tastes like apple juice, but with a lot more cinnamon and a hint of ginger. It's actually really good. I like the rim. It just gives you a burst of sugar and cinnamon. Put that back there for later. Last but not least, we have our final holiday drink. It is a cult classic for holiday drinks. You may have guessed it already. It's eggnog, non-alcoholic, of course. While looking up recipes for eggnog, I surprisingly didn't expect it to be this complicated. I really didn't. And for some reason in my head, I didn't think there was eggs in eggnog. I'm a little slow. In a large bowl, you're gonna need 2 cups of heavy cream and then a 1 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. So you're just gonna pour these together. Mix them up. And then you're gonna set this bowl aside for now. Just gonna set it over. Alrighty, next we're gonna have to head over to the oven and for the next step.
Alright, in a small saucepan, you're gonna add 3 cups of milk and a tablespoon of vanilla extract over a medium.
So while we're waiting for that to start to steam and bubble, in another bowl, we're gonna combine our eggs and our yolk and our sugar and salt. Alrighty then, now that we have our eggs in our bowl, we're gonna add our 1/3 cup of sugar and our salt to the bowl, and then we're gonna beat this with a whisk. Unfortunately, my whisk is broken, so I will have to beat this with a fork. Alright, so now we're gonna add our 1/3 of a cup of sugar. It's gonna be a pinch of salt. Alrighty, now that we have all of it, you're gonna beat it until it is thick and pale. I have a stand mixer I could probably use, but that takes too much time to set up and clean. I was already tired. Oh, I'm not cheap. Alrighty then. I think that's thick enough. So, what you're gonna do now is when your milk and vanilla extract starts to bubble and steam, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pour it into your egg mixture and then pour it back into the saucepan and constantly stir it for 6 minutes with a wooden spoon. I do not have a wooden spoon, so I will be using a spatula.
Hi, I'm editing this, and I just want to spoil it real quick. I mess up the recipe, and this is a big reason why. When you pour the saucepan into the eggs, do it slowly so you don't cook the eggs, because that's exactly what I did. So pro tip, learn from my mistakes.
Okay, so we're gonna add our milk to the egg mixture, mix it up a little, careful not to spill it. Nothing beats the smell of hot milk. Alrighty then. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add it back to the saucepan, carefully. And we're gonna put it back over here.
And then you're gonna continuously stir for 6 minutes under low heat.
Did I make eggs? Oh, I think I messed this up. Oh no. Hey guys! Probably wondering why I'm not showing you the next step. The next step would have been to take your mixture off heat and then strain it into the cup with your heavy cream and nutmeg mixture and to refrigerate that for 2 hours. You see, I accidentally had it on medium heat instead of low heat, so the eggs turned into scrambled eggs. I might show a shot of it, but I don't know if I want to share my embarrassment. So there is no finished product for this one. You can try this on home. It's a little more harder to do, as we see that I made breakfast instead of nutmeg, eggnog, pain. So that will do it for my video for Vlogmas. I hope you all have a safe holidays and to have a wonderful last hurrah of 2020.